Hey everybody, welcome back to Black Mass. I am Dr. Els,
I'm Gerard Smith.
And I'm Leo Elaine.
and today we are going to talk about AI. That's going to be the basis of what we're talking about. AI is affecting everything right now. You know, you got first of all, let's talk about how it's affecting the actors and writers strike that's going on right now.
Yeah.
It's big news because basically a lot of actors and writers are, they're upset about the compensation that they're getting.
Yeah.
There's a lot of actors right now. You people think about actors making money, you think all of them are pulling down like Tom Cruise money.
Right.
That's not really the case. There's like, when you really think about it, all the big name blockbuster actors, it's maybe just like 10 of them.
Yeah.
That's not like a hard number, but it's mostly when the big blockbuster tentpole films, it's like the same couple of people that are headlining them all.
Most of the time it's gonna be Chris Pratt.
Yeah. Even Keanu, he's not really making a lot off of like the John Wick movies. He didn't really make that much off of those. And Keanu's not in it for the money.
Yeah.
He's in it for the art.
Yeah.
But still, you look at he did make a lot of money off the Matrix movies though too. It's not front like he didn't cash out.
Right.
Movies aren't just comprised, they're comprised of like hundreds of different people. You've got the crew, you've got background actors, extras, supporting actors, and you've got the main cast. Now, each tier of those is compensated differently, and depending on what kind of show you're on, you've seen so many actors have been coming out since the strike showing like how much royalties they've been getting off these shows. P Valley, for example, what's her name, Brandy from P Valley. She posted on Instagram showing her royalty checks that she's getting. They're like 3 cents.
Yeah.
And
also like the I think your character's name Willie Jack in Reservation Dogs. I think she was showing like a 1 cent or whatever for that, and she's one of the main 4 characters.
Yeah. And now what a lot of these companies are trying to do is I read what their proposal is. They want to bring in background actors and extras and stuff, get them scanned, do complete body scans on them, pay them for 1 day of work as an extra, and then use that body scan in perpetuity, forever, as a background. Like, we don't even need you anymore. We can just use that forever for free and not have to pay you for it.
Yeah.
That is villainy on a whole nother level. On one hand, you have people who are like, business owners have to make they're very pro capitalist, whatever, but it's like people have to be able to make a living wage too.
Yeah.
Like, you can't just make all the money. The boss can't make all the money himself and just not pay nobody.
Yeah.
But
and it's like we keep getting closer and closer to that.
But this is the thing. AI is wiping out entire industries, just like the internet. So for me, now that particular situation is bad, but I look at the way DVDs impacted Blockbuster. Like, there are certain things that interrupt industries, right? So how do we move forward? Because it feels like this train isn't going to stop.
Yeah, speaking of like different innovations, for example, I'll say like the internet was a huge innovation, one of the benchmark innovations that was like a game changer. connected the whole world at once. And now we've seen like how that affected the music industry, because what happened was when people figured out peer-to-peer network sharing, Napster.
Napster and, was it
LimeWire. You know, what made people jump and act on that extremely fast was because the rich people were losing money.
Yeah.
You know, like we were getting all this stuff free. So the industry kind of had to adapt. You know, like, you know, I remember back in the 90s when, you know, even trash rappers were going platinum, you know, like just platinum. You know, if you were a successful rapper, you were going like 6-7 times platinum.
Right.
But now, you know, like they had to kind of adapt with streaming, and they've kind of made that their happy medium. But even with that, they've kind of leveraged things more in their favor, because that's the other thing. Like, streaming artists don't get paid a lot as compared to the companies and the labels. You know, like they get like a penny per 100 streams or 1,000 streams or something like that. Like it's crazy, but the rest of that money goes to the company.
And I see that. But for me, I'm thinking about how the internet gave everybody the access to be rich. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like it gave, well, not rich, but let's say information. Yeah. Like the information that everybody was gatekeeping, and where you had to buy encyclopedias. If your parents weren't rich enough to buy encyclopedias, you had to go to the library. But what if you didn't have access to go to the library? You know what I mean? So it was a thing that leveled the playing field of information. Yeah. We have information at our fingertips, right? Yeah. So I look at it that way, where it's going to give the little guy the ability and access to make their dreams come true. So let's say, because I research a lot of Chat GPT and all the other open AI, it's called open AI, which is like you can put in data, and you can put in data and say, hey, write me a script in the form of, who's your favorite director or scriptwriter or producer?
Stanley Kubrick.
You can write an entire script in that person's voice, and it gives you the ability to make money off of that, right?
Yeah. And I think that's going to be the key too. Like I was saying with the music industry, what made the music industry change and step up and made people write laws on it was when they started losing money. Right. So what's going to make the film industry really write some laws and really do something about AI is when the people find some way to use it to make money themselves.
Yes, that's what I'm hoping.
Yeah. So that's the key. You know, when those people like striking, that's going to help them lose money, because, you know, everybody's going to, you know, just kind of be sitting thumbs up asses for a while. Nothing's going to be getting made. So everyone's losing money. Yeah. But, you know, they can also, I guess, bring in scabs or whatever too, which they're probably going to do.
And now we're going to end up with another season 2 Heroes.
Yeah. That is the most glaring example of how strikes can just totally derail something that people enjoyed.
Oh, man, that was so good. It had the potential. It was
one of history's biggest could have been.
Yeah. And the thing is, they almost got it back. Like, it was like during, I think they split season 3 into 2 volumes. Mm-hmm. So the second volume, which I guess would have been volume 4, the second half of season 3. Like, I watched all the way up to that point, and then when I got to that second volume of season 3, immediately I was like, "Oh, I'm back in." Like, they finally got me back. I'm back into the show. Right. Then it lost me again after that. I was like, all right.
But I wouldn't say just listen to our perspective on the strike. Listen to an actual actor's perspective on the strike. also. And to give that perspective, we brought in our friend of the show, friend of 21 Newt Salute, and actual actress MK Smith to give her 2 cents on the strike and her experience in the film industry.
Hi, my name is MK Smith and I am an actor. I've been acting since I was in high school, and then I started doing acting professionally when I was 23 years old. I did professional theater and film. I have agents, I have the actor profiles, I have the whole shebang bang. As actors, we sacrifice a lot of our time and our physical presence to create. Now, I have done a lot of free, acting. A lot of us have done a lot of free work, and that is our, intro into the business a lot of the times. However, I've done projects, big projects that I've made a lot of money, and there's other projects where I have not made that much money. One thing that the pandemic did show us is that we love our entertainment. We love our entertainment. If you were at home, if you were working from home, doing school, on Zoom, in between, you definitely were watching television, streaming platforms. A lot of us have missed weddings, birthdays, special events for family, for friends, for the sake of our art. Not just actors, writers, directors, crew, production, all lose hours, all put time in to create something bigger than ourselves. For actors, for artists in this industry, I think it is an opportunity for us to do exactly what artists have been made for throughout history, which is to record history, record our experience, show life itself through our eyes. And now we have time to really invest in ourselves in that way. Take that acting class. Do that thing you said you wanted to do when you finally had the time for it. Go to the places and the spaces where you feel valued as an artist. And for those people who want to break into the industry, who want to be a part of the situations, don't cross the picket lines. Not right now, okay? I'm not accepting any union work at this time, and you shouldn't either, okay? Stand strong, support the actors, support the artists. Though I am not in the union, I have been SAG eligible since 2019. I stand with the actors, and you should as well.
Basically, don't be a scab. And, the only way things are going to change is if the people work together towards whatever the common goal is going to be that we decide is going to be to, make these people realize that something needs to change. Because right now, it's like the Wild West because these industries are really trying to figure out a way that they can leverage this to make even more money, which there's millions of ways to do it. There's so many ways to do it. It's mind-blowing. So they're like, everybody's like a kid in a candy store right now.
Yeah, not like I know there are people who like they feel like, they think maybe like, writers and actors, they feel like they're like entitled or whatever, like, they're not working that hard, and you're getting they don't see like as a real job or whatever. And I honestly feel like even if you don't necessarily respect what somebody does for a living, I'm going to support really any strike just because it's the working class against the rich, and and no matter what you do, if it's working class against the rich, I'm on your side.
It's like I really don't understand why you would support like the ultra rich against people that are like struggling to like what like everything we see, like what kind of Disney villain shit is that? Right. Like how could you
go against?
Yeah, like everyone should have like a basic sense of right and wrong, right, and understanding what greed is. And you know, at the same time, you know, everyone kind of wants to be quote unquote rich and successful, but there's like a limit at some point. Yeah. You know, like I don't want to be like just so rich that like it's like a bottomless pit of money that I need to fill myself with, fill this void with wealth. And it's like, no, that doesn't make sense. Like I can still be comfortable forever with, like, I don't need $1 bazillion, you know? Like you look at what Elon Musk is doing right now. Like there's clearly like another deep-seated issue going on there.
Yeah, who was it that said that line where they said some people are so poor that all they have is money?
Yeah.
Like I remember hearing that. I just can't remember.
I can't remember where that came from.
Yeah, it's he's giving all this divorced dad energy everywhere. You know, him and Kanye. Like Kanye, he's not even really that rich anymore after he, you know, sunk himself. And the other thing people have to realize too is with wealth, once you get to a certain level, it's not all like liquid assets anymore. It's more like net worth, like what's your worth. Because like with people like Elon and Kanye, like the mega wealthy, like they don't have like, Elon doesn't have $200 billion in an account. Okay, that's not how it works. It's like the investments that he has his money in are worth that much.
Right.
So if something happens to one of those companies and their stocks plummet or whatever, all of this stuff is like imaginary numbers. He's not the richest person in the world anymore. And that's happened already. And then he, you know, bought another one and got it back up or whatever. Because it's an ego thing. But all of this shit is imaginary numbers. And we're putting so much faith and stock into imaginary shit. Like that level of wealth is not real. It's literally not real.
That's interesting to think about. I was thinking also with the actors. I was thinking about Bruce Willis, how he
he did. Yeah. And that's another
you got to tell the people because they might not know.
Yeah, Bruce Willis, you know, everybody knows Bruce Willis, classic actor, Die Hard, you know, action movie star, but you know, recently he had to retire because he had basically like dementia.
Yeah.
And you know, that's I guess why, you know, his last few big movies where he was kind of, you know, a little weird in them.
Yeah.
But there was this other company that kind of came in and I guess kind of started taking advantage of him. I saw these Detective Night movies and they're on Tubi. I would implore everyone watching this, go watch those movies because they are like, it's such a textbook version of exploitation. It's insane. Like Bruce Willis, it clearly does not know where he is.
Yeah.
In all three of these movies, and he's like the star of them.
Yeah.
So basically, what they're doing is they have him like with an earpiece in the whole time, and you know somebody's feeding him lines to say, and he's not even really delivering the lines. He's just repeating what somebody's saying to him. And then for any action stuff where he actually has to do anything, it's like a stand-in from behind.
Yeah.
That's clearly like 20 years younger and bald.
Yeah, there was like, I know a movie we watched, it was something like in like a hospital or something like that. And they, you know, they said it like it was like they made it seem like it's going to be a Bruce Willis movie.
Yeah, but he was only in it.
Yeah, like, it was like, yeah, he had a major role in it, but the main character that was carrying the story was like this other woman.
Yeah.
And they still try to present like, oh yeah, he's the hero of the story, but like, no, you're really mostly following her. Like they minimize his part in it.
But like the Detective Night movies, he's the main character and everything, and it's like a lot of the conversations they'll have with him, it's just him like. They'll just have like a bunch of reaction shots of him just staring blankly and stuff that they cut in. Like you can tell they just sat him in a chair and just shot some reaction shots of him and said, okay, now shake your head and nod and smile, and they just use that same shot and just cut it everywhere. You know, like it's so heartbreaking to watch, but it's like it shows you if they could do this with everyone, they would.
Yeah.
You know, like it doesn't matter what you have going on personally, they're gonna get their money out of you.
But I thought that he patented his image.
He did. He actually signed over his image to be used by like a digital image.
Yes.
So this probably isn't the last we're gonna see. We're gonna like even if they want to use like a younger version of him or whatever. So he was like the first, and it's not even who can even say that he did that like knowingly.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, but
Netflix
he did
touched on it because Netflix has this Black Mirror, right?
Yeah.
And Salma Hayek, remember Salma Hayek was, she had signed her rights, so her image, her likeness over to this particular parent company. What was it, Barry or something?
Yeah.
And so they used her image in all these different movies. And they were following this woman around, but they had her as Salma Hayek. So she was doing all this crazy stuff.
Yeah.
Looking like Salma Hayek, like taking a dump in the church. You remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Salma Hayek was like, hey, people are coming up to me. I didn't do this. And they were like, well, you signed away your rights. You know, so that's what AI is possibly capable of.
Yeah.
Taking somebody's image and doing something against their, you know.
And
character.
see, the moral of that story was once the people figure out how to use it against the companies, that's when laws change.
Yeah. Now, one of the main things I've been concerned about with this AI, as far as copying people's voices and faces, is they've been telling us for a long time that they got, all that time they spent following Martin Luther King around. They were looking for dirt, and they got all these apparently sealed files that they can't release until a certain date. And
the declassification.
And they apparently they're saying like there are claims that they got all this messed up stuff that he was doing behind the scenes from watching him, and it's conveniently that when they can finally release that stuff.
It's when you can make all kind of whatever you want.
They can copy his voice. They can copy his face. They can present anything to us and be like, yeah, see,
look at that.
Look, that's
Here's
what he was
a video.
doing.
Look.
Yeah. So because even before AI was becoming a big topic, I remember when I heard some of the stuff they were saying, I was like, I feel like that's enough time. For them to perfect a way to alter things. We were already on that path. I did not think it was going to happen as quickly as it did. But I was like, they're perfectly capable of doing that now.
Yep. And it's like
just like Florida's alternating history.
Yeah.
Altering history. You know, slavery didn't exist.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It was. The slaves loved it. It was.
They're gonna have footage. Of black people enjoying themselves during that time. See, it wasn't so bad. No, this could get really bad. This could get really.
Yep. Just wait till the government releases footage. Oh, look, MLK with a dildo mask on. Yeah. Hey, so what? He's got 30 fingers. It's him.
Yeah.
And the bad thing is, so many people will believe it.
Yeah.
Just because it's not even. I'm not even saying like it's going to be like the racist people that already hate or who already want to dislike him. Other people who, like liberal people, progressive people, will also believe it.
Yeah.
Just because people love controversy.
Yes.
Exactly.
They love tearing down a celebrated figure.
Yep.
Of course.
People love that story. For example, like any controversial story is gonna catch on. Like you've seen what they said about the aliens, right? Now, with the I guess that hearing that happened, and everybody's just like, oh, this guy testified under oath that aliens are real and they have the biological life forms and all of that. And I'm just like, okay, like YNW Melly testified under oath that he didn't shoot anybody.
Allegedly.
Like,
Allegedly.
Yeah, well, he said that under oath too. So like that. So what? Show me a picture or something. Like you wanna. I'm not saying I don't think aliens exist. Like sure, like they probably, but that's not newsworthy to me.
Yeah.
Show me a picture.
Yeah, it's like
that's newsworthy.
Yeah, it's to me. It's like first of all, like, are we just believing everything that people from the government tell us now? Like we just like if they say it like or some he's a member of the government, so it must be true.
Must be true.
Yeah, it's like because it wasn't that long ago, just 2 years ago, y'all like everybody was like, oh, they made up coronavirus and they lying to you about what the virus is actually doing. All those numbers that you seeing, those are lies. They lying to us about all this. So yeah, so it's like so the whole government can lie to you about a disease affecting the entire world. But a few guys tell you there's aliens, they're telling the truth.
They're telling the truth. That's it.
It's truth, 100%.
And I saw on TikTok that the aliens are about 6'4", 6'5", and they look like black men.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's like a one lady. She said that she saw that when they came out, like they came out spaceship, and then like this music started playing, and then like from the alien ship. And all she could hear is it just kept saying, hit him high, hit him high, hit him high. And she said she heard Method Man and Busta Rhymes and LL Cool J. Yeah.
And Coolio.
Yeah, and Coolio.
Yeah.
Be Real.
Wow.
Yeah, that's
interesting.
wild stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, like with everything with the aliens, like people gotta hold yourself to a higher standard for truth, like if we're gonna have this much of an uproar about it with no pictures or documentation or proof whatsoever, just somebody saying it, like, come on.
Remember, wasn't it a couple years ago that all these people tried to storm Area 51?
Yeah.
They were trying to see.
Yeah.
Well, also, isn't it convenient that this all happens at the same time when they just released Secret Invasion?
Yeah.
So paranoia about aliens is at an all-time high.
Yeah.
Also
interesting.
Also, while somebody who really wanted a space force is hoping to get back into into like the running, they want to
space force. Yeah, space force.
Because last time that person wanted us to be scared of a different kind of alien. Just convenient timing.
Yeah. Yeah. There are no coincidences. Yeah. I feel you. There's no such thing as a coincidence. So, what did you think of Secret Invasion?
Man, I've only watched the first 2 episodes, so I guess I don't know if maybe it goes downhill from here. First 2 episodes I actually really liked.
Yeah.
So I'm still waiting to see like, all right, where does it go from here? I've heard a lot of people hating on it. Yeah. So for me, it's been what I wanted it to be.
I think that was that one I watched, the
Nick
Marvel
Fury
show, Nick Fury, with the
okay, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's I finished it. It was cool. I think people are just children. And they want Endgame over and over from now on. Like, everything has to be as epic as Endgame. And it's like, Endgame was like a 10-year lead up to that.
Yeah.
In order to get the Endgame, you got to have some Thor 2 Dark Worlds. Like...
And plus, I a lot of times, I really get into like the more grounded stories, like the more down. I mean, it's still about alien invasion, so it's like not like but it's a little bit more like slower pace and everything. Yeah. It's like I can appreciate the high octane action stuff, but I can also appreciate something like the slow moving, like that's conversation between Rhodey and
Samuel Jackson.
Nick Fury, like when he first like fired him and everything, that whole back and forth, like I love that scene.
That was very
it
was intense,
Yeah, it was. I thought they were going to fight.
Yeah,
I was like, this is interesting.
But you know what else kind of bothered me about that show?
What?
like with Samuel L. Jackson or Nick Fury being married to the Skrull, and it's like that's the form that she like. Let me be knowingly married to a Skrull. Like that's gonna be like Meg the Stallion one week.
Maybe she looked like Meg back in the day.
No, they showed what she looked like back in the day. Like,
so, I was
still, like you were a Skrull. Like you go. This is Meg week. Okay, you're gonna have the calendar all mapped out.
No.
Yes, we are doing this because, like, look at your natural form. Like, we not doing that.
You actually, that'd be funny that one day he like, you know what? Do the Skrull for him tonight. I've been on drinking Hennessy and I'm getting feeling kind of wild right now. Like, let's do it.
Like, you know what? Let's add some extra holes tonight too.
Oh God!
You can do that. She's a Skrull.
You see, at one point he got her in front of the computer. He's like, "See, they call this tentacle form." Right?
Yeah. Can you do that? What else are we talking about? What else is big right now? Lizzo.
Yeah.
Lizzo.
Oh my God! No. Not participating in this.
I mean, the news is big. It's big news. Yeah. Not like y'all know what I mean.
Yeah.
Anyway, Lizzo is out here wilding, basically, I guess, making dancers eat vagina bananas and like exiling them for being too fat, which is strange because it's like, you know, body positivity. People think that just because somebody is like in a marginalized community, like if somebody is gay or somebody's trans or somebody's black or big, that they're not capable of being cruel,
right,
or mean or something. And Lizzo has shown that is a capability, that's possible.
That's another one though. I don't know if I believe the story. So I'm just waiting to, you know, I don't know. I was like, I'm on the fence. It's like I don't know whether I should believe her.
You know what? They did post. Somebody went back down her timeline and they found one of her posts on social media. It was like from the Amsterdam show, the one that everybody was saying all that stuff went down. And she was like, "Yeah, Amsterdam. We had so much fun. We ate bananas. It was live." And it's like, ooh, this ain't looking too good.
This didn't age well.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I guess I'm not saying like I don't believe like the stories like it didn't happen. Like I just wonder like how much is like being like left out as far as, you know, because anybody can tell a story in a way where it's like, this happened, so I'm the victim. But it's like, also what else happened? You know?
People already were looking for a reason to hate her in the first place. And that's just like throwing red meat in a lion's den. Everybody's just jumping on it, you know? So.
And then the rumor song.
That had the custom hoes loose, Indy ain't no loose lips. Now them hoes tryna sue me. Bitch, I don't give two shits. All the rumors are true,
Like you said, I'm going back to the oppressed can be the oppressor.
Yeah.
And we've seen that in the group that we were in. We were in a Black nerd group. And it was a lot of people that were marginalized in the Black community, and once they got a hold of some power,
they lost their fucking minds
to the point where they were the bullies. They became the people that were oppressing other people, and
they're getting their lick back from middle school and
elementary school.
And
they were dragging people. When I tell you, so it was almost like online bullying for adults. And these are grown ass people. That's the crazy part. And they would take their minions and like completely bully people. And so when that news came out about Lizzo, I was thinking that like, well, we've seen it happen.
Yeah, I mean it's so not far fetched. But another thing I can say, like, it kind of leads me into this whole like Doja Cat thing. Doja Cat kind of got in trouble for, I guess, telling her fans like, y'all need to like grow up, stop worshiping me, basically. Like, I don't want to have like no fandom that calls themselves whatever. If you're calling yourself kittens, you need to like get a job and help your parents around the house. And her fans are getting all mad, like, tell us you love us or else. And she's like, no, I don't even know you.
Yeah, and then she got a good point.
Yeah, and she's like, and she was like, you, the one talking to me with your screen name, that's my government name. This is weird. Like, and it is. You know, I was talking about that not even a couple days before with you, like how you see a lot of like these online fandoms lose their minds online, like the Barbs, like that level of craziness is ridiculous. Like, it's one thing to like somebody's music. There's nothing wrong with enjoying somebody's music, but I mean, just to deny reality in such a way.
Yeah.
Wait, who the Barbs again?
Nicki Minaj's fans.
Okay.
Yeah.
Beehive is Beyonce's fans.
Yeah.
The Navy is Rihanna fans.
And I mean, it's toxic. And it's like the people who, like, online culture, if you're like in a fandom or, you know, like even like you see it in the political circles, you know, like everything is so toxic and not based in reality. It's like, y'all just need to take a step back and like focus on your life, because you're pouring too much into this.
And I really believe that people hate their fandoms.
Yeah, most of them
she's
do.
not the only one that hates her fans.
You think Elon Musk likes the people that are his, like the Elon Musk fanboys?
Yeah.
He doesn't want to be cool to them because they're like losers. He wants to be cool to the cool people. But the cool people, he's not cool to them.
Yeah.
He was, wasn't he?
No.
Oh, okay.
He never was.
Yeah, I imagine every time there's like a meeting of the billionaires, like Elon Musk walks into the room, the rest of them just like, oh, here comes Elon.
Yeah, it's these online communities can basically, people need therapy. If you're participating in these drag fests or whatever, you need therapy. If you're a member of a online fandom, if you made a social media profile dedicated to a celebrity, you need therapy. If you're just online constantly like shelling for a political party, you need therapy. Like, just everyone needs to get therapy.
Go to therapy.
Yeah, just go to therapy, man. All of us. Let's work all this shit out together.
I love that ending.
Yeah. But you guys got anything else?
No.
Yeah,
Go to therapy.
Yeah, just go to therapy, man. So that's it. We'll catch y'all next time. And until then, go to therapy.